at the back of the pack. So last week we watched Joshua in the 44 come from, way back there and work his way all the way through the field and just missed Mercer, who got the victory. Van Winkle settling for second. This week they start on the front row, side by side. Here they come. Pace car is in, and we're off. And the Humphrey Mechanical feature car is underway. 60 laps with Mercer on the point, pulling away first and getting the advantage. Coming with him, it's the 44 of Van Winkle and the 94 of Jerry Burns. Burns alongside of Van Winkle for the second slot. Right there in third, Chris Burns, but Brandon Clemens as well. Last week, all 5 of those cars time trialed within 4/10 of each other.
Wow.
And here they are racing nose to tail at the front of the field in the PCO. But Van Winkle has worked his way back, now solidly in second all by himself. Mercer, Van Winkle, then the 7.
They exit off the corner. It'll be lap number 3, this time by with Kenneth Mercer out in front. Brandon Clemens in second. He's now got Van Winkle on his outside. A little contact almost between those 2 cars. As here comes Chris Burns, now just finishing up with a street stock race a couple of events ago. Now sits side in his limited late model. He's in third. As well as Jerry Burns, tucked behind him the 94 car as they come to the line. 4 of 60. The main event of the First Responders Night is on the back straightaway with the machine of Kenneth Mercer. Stroker Race leads him in turn 3.
And Kenneth Mercer turning laps down around 17th lap and under at a couple of laps of 68. Mercer building an advantage now, only a couple of car lengths, as you can see, over the Clemens 07. That's the 27 of Burns, and Winkle battling with him. Battle for third. And Winkle in the 44 was so strong last week. This week he's back in 4th and has dropped a couple of spots. Up front though, the battle wages on with Clemens all over Mercer. Mercer steady pace, back around 16.9, under 17, the majority of the race so far for Mercer on the point. That's not enough to get away from Clemens. Clemens right there, there's the lane down there, and gets on by.
Oh, he turns it down the back straightaway, they're battling.
A 27 on the side of Mercer and turned him just like that.
Mercer actually got sideways coming off the corner, and in doing so, the 27 had nowhere to go. Clipped the side of the 25, and you see the sheet metal damage. The folks from AccessOnslow.com in the house. As I see him down there shooting some video. Here we go. Ready for the restart. Green in the air, there in the gas. We're back 20 in, 8 of 60. And off of the turn 1, Brandon Clemens now jumps out in front. Jerry Burns, his brother Chris got in the spoiler the last caution go around. Now his brother Jerry is now up to 2nd. And Mercer is on Chris Burns' back bumper. This could be interesting. Rich Goldstein is there into turn 1.
Well, we got a real battle yet to go. This, of course, the 60 lappers, so over 50 laps of competition left. And right now, it's Brandon Clemens showing the way. But he's got a couple of hungry hounds, Jerry Burns and Joshua Van Winkle, 2 of the hungry hounds, right there still racing with him in his wake. And then look at the battle for 4th. It's Kenneth Mercer now diving to the inside and back up into the top 4. Here's Mercer with his 25. His day is not done yet either, Wesley.
Now Robert Royster pushed down to the bottom of the racetrack. Now he'll tuck up in front of the 27 of Chris Burns for 8th, 6th spot. Meanwhile, for 2nd, Josh Van Winkle on the outside of the 94 Jerry Burns, and Brandon Clemens is going off. And then July 9th to the lead up in turn 2.
Josh Van Winkle gets the job done, shuts the door, gets around the 94, and is back up in the 2nd spot. He started on the front row, then back, I think as far as 4th or 5th at one point. Now has raced his way back up into the runner-up spot where he finished last week behind Mercer. Speaking of Mercer, look at him come now, closing the distance on the lead trio, solidly up in front with the 27 of Burns right behind him. Mercer and Burns.
They're trying to make a pass on Jerry Burns. His brother Chris Burns is right behind them as they're door to door, and Kenneth clears him and moves up to fourth. Or third, excuse me. Kenneth Mercer up to the number 3 spot. He has sneaked his way back to the front like a thief in the night. Rich Goldstein, he's coming back on a mission, and we're not even halfway.
He's got more than 30 laps, especially to get it done, and get it done is just what he's up to right now, as he'll try to close in. He is just now 1 second behind the race leader, Clemens. So you can mark that on the calendar. At lap 29, he was down, actually he's dropped it down to 9/10 of a second now, from the 7 back to the 25 as we come around this time. Halfway home, the Humphrey Mechanical 6 laps. Bush was the 27. He's in 5th spot, in front of Robert Royster and Mike Napier, as they battle in front of your leaders in the back of the pack.
Comes the stride. Laps winding down. 28, make it 27 to go next time by. And now we've got lap machines, Robert Royster, Mike Napier going at it with the machine of your leaders going at it for 1 and 2. That's going to be Brendan Cole, Joshua Van Winkle, and here comes Mercer. Mercer's now closed in and brought Jerry Burns with him. Chris Burns only 3 car lengths back, ready to reel him in. So your top 5 cars have now run down the other 2 remaining cars on the racetrack. Passing Royster, passing Napier, and Napier got sideways on Royster's machine. Wow, we're really checking up in turn 1, Rich. That could have been trouble.
Now these leaders have been around, and they go around, take the high side, as the tail enders duck to the inside, and everybody's around, wheeling, Clemens and 7, and they go the on the car. It's Mom, it's Pop, it's Ken, it's his boys, it's his family. Takes his family serious, and we got some serious heat in the front of the pack.
3
It's the 44, Van Winkle, and the 25 of Mercer, both on by the 7. Van Winkle now leads, and the 44, Mercer along with him, sparking as he goes into the corner, and the 25 grabs off the 2nd spot.
Wow.
Clemens back to 3rd, 94 Burns, then 27 Burns, the top 5. These cars, I'm telling you, they are so evenly matched. When one of them gets a little advantage on 1 lap, they can literally race from 3rd to 1st in the blink of an eye. Here comes Mercer now. He's on the prowl. He's on the charge. He's motoring back, trying to catch last week's runner-up, last week's winner, Kenneth Mercer.
He's up on his door.
First from last week. Last week it's the other way around. And Winkle working his way up through the pack, trying to get to Mercer. This time, Mercer has had to come from the back. The speedy youngster, Joshua Van Winkle out of Morehead City, who's looking to do something that Mercer last
week. Jerry Burns. Jerry Burns loops his car around, and this will really shake things up. 2nd caution flag of the event for the Humphrey Mechanical.
And it made a bad out on the pace car is in, and here we go. Van Winkle sets the pace. Clemens and Mercer tucked right there with him. The 27 of Burns got a great view from 4th spot. The side-by-side battle behind Van Winkle for 2nd. Mercer and Clemens side-by-side, door handle to door handle through the corner. Here they come off the corner now in the first straightaway. Still side-by-side, wheel-to-wheel racing. Mercer, the slight advantage coming off of turn 2, has re-grabbed the 2nd spot. Away from the Clemens number 7. Clemens and Mercer are still having a little discussion. Burns right there with them. Top 4 in a breakaway. They'll settle this one over the next 12 and a half laps. Right now, Van Winkle, the veteran Mercer dives to the inside. Tries to push the rookie out. And Mercer now, there's the inside of Van Winkle. Van Winkle, last week and this week, able to hold the high groove and race with anybody at least for a lap or 2. Can he hang out there and race Mercer and keep the time?
Oh, sideways!
Mercer saved it. Van Winkle backed off. Now Mercer grabs that top spot away. Mercer has got Burns now to the inside. Van Winkle to the outside. Mercer has been running up, but he's still got the lead. Here's Burns back on the inside.
These guys are going
27, battling with Clements. Look at the four of them. Go at it.
These guys are going door to door at full song like they would be under the caution flag. A moment ago,
now 9 laps. Go ahead.
And a moment ago, Burns got into the back of Clements' car. Clements got sideways. He about tagged into Mercer. Now you got Chris Burns and Mercer going at it again, just like we did at the start. Now they're door to door. Brandon Clements is now out in front. And this race is far from over. Less than, what, 5 laps to go? Van Winkle was in the front, now he's in fourth, and this race is far from over.
I told you these guys are all just about even Steven. Just a matter of who gets the advantage on a given lap. And they can race with each other and race cleanly. Yeah, they've touched a couple of times, but they're respecting each other and going at it. The 3 of them pulling away from Van Winkle. Clemens up front, and look at this sideways off the corner. Chris Burns trying to grab the second spot away from Mercer. Mercer will not back out. No, sir. He'll gut it down the back chute, trying to get that second spot back.
Yeah.
Mercer in the 25, charging hard, looking really to go to the front, but at least to hang on to second.
And down into the corner, they'll come to the stripe, and they'll make contact one more time. Burns is closing in. Now Mercer goes back to the lead. Clements falls back to third. 3 cars now, single file as they'll come corner. Oh, and we got big trouble in the front of turn 4. Oh no, you know what's bound to happen. Chris Burns and Kenneth Mercer get together. They bang hard. Both cars wrecked. Both cars severed with severe damage.
Mercer's 25 is definitely got the whole nose of that car ripped off. And you can see also steam coming from the radiator out of 25 as well. You can see now the drivers are both moving around and they're both okay. Both drivers are okay. Both cars heavily damaged. They're very happy.
They're okay, but they're not happy. I can tell you that much. They are right now down there talking with one another, and they're, oh, please stay back. If you are not a track official, please stay back. If you, please stay back. Only track officials on the speedway. We need everybody to calm down.
And then you see Mercer on the car now as well. So both drivers are out of the cars. Both drivers walking around under their own power. Neither one of them extremely happy with the situation as it sits right now. But racing is racing. 4 or 5 laps to go. Coming off the corner. Got together, racing hard, and just did not get through that corner that time without heavy damage to both cars.
Yeah, and it's a tough break. These guys were battling with one another, and Burns' car did get up in the air. He got airborne. He did come back and land on all 4 wheels, but the biggest thing, the drivers are not, kind of going at it. It's the crew members kind of having words with each other, but Metro and the Onslow County Sheriff's Department's finest and our track officials are out there breaking it up, making sure all these crew members go back to their spot on pit road, let our officials do their jobs, come back, and by the way, Rich Goldstein, this race isn't even over. We've got a 5-lap shootout, and now it's down to, well, Van Winkle pulls his car onto pit road. He's coming onto pit road. Could there be a strategy move on the 44? What's the gain? What's to lose, Rich? There's only 3 cars on the track. See, race fans, as it comes into the tribal grass, how much damage is sustained on that number 25 Chevrolet of Kenneth Mercer. And,
if you want to stop down after the race tonight, I'll bet you anything. Kenneth holds his head up high.
Oh, absolutely.
He is one of the nicest guys you will ever meet. Go down and say hello, give him a slap on the back, and tell him how much you appreciate the show that he's put on here at the Speedway this year.
So lap number, still under the caution flag, working on getting these machines behind the racetrack. And ladies and gentlemen, the white flag and the caution is waving at the same time. The white flag and the yellow flag is waving at the same time. This race will finish under caution. The reason being, race fans, is there is oil and antifreeze in turn number 4 where those cars wrecked at, and it would take too long of a time to clean the racetrack up with just 3 laps to go. So this race will finish under caution. The race has been called, and they will come to the checkered flag this time by. And again, the reason being there is too much oil and antifreeze in turn number 4. It would take almost 45 minutes to clear the racetrack. We don't want to keep you fans late going home. So the checkered flag remains. This race is in the books, and Joshua Van Winkle will win his first ever. The number 7 of Brandon Clements will be your winner here tonight for the limited late models.
Pretty great race. I hope we had a good show. Maybe it is like that. I really think it would have been a pretty great. We definitely had that car back, so that's supposed to do.